Hey everyone, welcome back to Brain Muffin at the Movies, and we have some more Brie Larson stuff. It's interesting. This happened a little while ago, and a little while ago, a few days ago, and this is really an interesting time with Avengers Endgame, really getting close to breaking Avatar. Now that's in straight dollars, obviously adjusted for inflation. It's nowhere near any big record. But just the number itself, and thanks to the Fed, our dollar is worth less and less every year. So it's just a big number. And at some point, it's going to be a $2 billion opening weekend because it's going to cost you $30 just to go to the movies. And that's probably very soon. But there's a fan that went and fixed Endgame, and they took Brie Larson and Captain Marvel out of all of this. Now, she's not in much of it. And that's kind of one of the memes going around is that Thanos punches her in the beginning of the movie and punches her out of the movie till the end. But this is interesting. I'm guessing someone's got a bootleg copy. I don't know. I mean, how would you make an edit of a movie that's still in theaters? It's not on DVD or anything. The Avengers Endgame wasn't a perfect movie by any means, but a fan went and made it a step closer to perfection as Brie Larson and Captain Marvel have been removed in addition to other changes. As I say, I loved Avengers Infinity War. This is come from Comics Book News. Cosmic Book News. This is Matt McGowan. I can't pronounce anything. Glowing. But I later felt it was weighed down by too many mandates, which include PC characters and also the questionable time travel elements of further along the Disney Plus Marvel series and additional MCU movies. Elements to further along. That's an interesting take on the time travel elements. I guess they'll do some more exploring there. I don't know. I found the time travel element dumb. It's poor, just lazy writing. They got themselves in a corner and they couldn't figure out how to get out, so they did this nonsense. I had the same problem with Voyager, and I've talked about it before. Star Trek Voyager, they did the same stupidity. They could have easily not done it. The fan edit in question removes a lot of the PC SJW aspects, and I'm guessing also does the girl power scene in the fighting. My wife liked the movie up until that point and just rolled her eyes like, this is ridiculous. Diversity is a bad thing when it comes organic, but when it comes off as a shoehorn, yeah. Because see, in Infinity War there was a girl power moment on the battlefield where they came together to save one another organically, and it worked. So you didn't need to repeat that either. But as PC bus has affected some of my favorite characters, I always argue, why not just create new characters instead of replacing existing ones? I agree with that. That's a lot more effort. That's why. Brie Larson and Captain Marvel removed from Avengers Endgame fan edit. A list of edits can be found below regarding the removal of Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. I think it makes sense as she did nothing to further the story along. Remember, this was filmed before the Captain Marvel movie, so in many ways, I don't think they had fully fleshed out her character, what they were going to do, what she was, they kind of knew what she wanted to look like, that kind of thing, but how to get her to that point. That's why the Captain Shoehorn, she should have been in the Marvel Universe maybe 2 years earlier. Okay, it was a fugly looking haircut. So nope, all she came back with was so Brie Larson. That makes sense that she did nothing to further when she left at the start of the movie to go to space. Did she bring any cosmic help back with her? Nope. Some of the things on the list I don't necessarily agree with, including removing Hawkeye training his daughter, which I think was in one of the trailers. I had no problem with that, and they did show him having a son, so there's that. So, but doesn't his family disappear? So. Also, didn't have a problem with Pepper being in the rescue armor as part of the final battle. This is for the sake of the universe, so you would want everyone you could possibly have fight on your side to fight Thanos. Again, it's an organic thing. Having Pepper fight makes sense, but the scene with all the female superheroes doesn't make sense. Yeah, because Pepper in Iron Man 3, she starts to become something, and then they never really did much with that. I was really kind of waiting for them to do that. Fixes Avengers. Okay, this is in there multiple times. Also removes the support group, which includes John Russo mentioning he went on a date with a dude. Joe Russo. Joe Russo defended the scene in that it's organic, but is it really organic when the director himself does the scene and then partakes in multiverse interviews to explain? Yeah, this is again LGBTQ++. They have to have it in there or somebody will complain about it. To me, this is just tripe fan service. Not even fan service. It's just tripeness. Make a gay character and be done with it. And let's just move on with life. Fan is right on the money though about Thor. I wish the fan would have CGI'd a scene with Professor Hulk kicking some butt. Thankfully, the Hulk dab has also been removed. I don't know what he did. The fan is right on the money about Thor. It doesn't say what he did with Thor. Okay, so here's the changes. Reprinted here verbatim. No Hawkeye training his daughter. No woman leader conference. Moping dialogue filler in first act severely reduced. That's good. I mean, Infinity War was at least 40 minutes too long. There was a good 40 minutes of that movie could have been just yanked out and you would never have noticed. I bet you there's at least an hour in Endgame that could be yanked out. Any science babble that isn't necessary to understand the story is gone. Nothing takes you out of the movie quite like pseudo-science, that's for sure. Tony doesn't ask his wife's permission to save the universe. That's good. Female sorcerers gets scared of Hulk and he just gives him the stone. Tony doesn't meet his dad. Thor doesn't meet his mom. It's pointless. That's good. And I agree. Sadly, Thor is unsalvageable in general, but I did the best to make him more dignified. Black Panther isn't the first revived Avenger to arrive and gets a bit less time. He's really not that important. Woman in the final battle scene severely reduced. In particular, Pepper has no business being there. In general, whenever it felt like Marvel sniffing at its own farts, that part is probably gone. So let's see if we can get some comments in this capture and call it a day. This comment has been marked as spam. That's nice. Your edits sound right about, but you forgot one of the needs to be addressed. Remove the green Professor Weakling and bring the real Hulk. Yeah, that is, I didn't have a problem with Hulk not wanting to come out for Infinity War because in the very beginning he gets beat by Thanos. But there should have been some kind of, story arc. I know it has to be short because there's so much that needs to go on that brings Hulk back at the end. Maybe seeing some of his friends get beat up or die or something, and Hulk should have been back. And not the Professor Hulk. That's still Disney can't fix. Although it's Disney, it's still Disney. It can't fix that. Yeah, probably shouldn't be surprised when nerds do immature and sex. Of course, somebody's gonna say they don't like it. Why they get hate people? I get that people hate Brie Larson, but why did they take out Hawkeye training his daughter? That's one of the most effective scenes in the movie. Okay, yeah, I agree. Something about Hawkeye training Kate was essential to his story. I think that may actually be more essential in stories to come. That may actually come back up. That'll be interesting. But the defeminized Last Jedi, I can't tell if this is better or worse than the defeminized Last Jedi edit. Yeah, that's only like 10 minutes though, isn't it? Because that whole movie is a mess. So anyway. So what do you think? Do you agree with these edits? Do you think this is just more fanboy tears that crying over spilled cheese? Or do you think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread or sliced brie on bread? All right. Thanks. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for clicking like and thanks for sharing. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. More aim is hard to come. Goodbye. Might help if I unmute it. That would be great. Then I could talk and actually hear something. Wouldn't that be awesome if I knew what in the heck I was doing? Would really be cool. And I think the viewers would appreciate it. So, all right, let's go. 3, 2, 1.